5 powerful habits that transformed my life. In 1 week. But here's the truth. No one tells you about habits. They're not just things you do. They're reflections of who you are becoming. Because when you wake up with intention, when you speak to yourself with compassion, when you protect your energy and honor your body, you're not just adding habits to your day. You're reprogramming your identity. And identity is everything. Your habits don't just change what you accomplish. They change what you believe is possible. They shape how you carry yourself, how you treat others, what you tolerate, and what you chase. Let's go deeper. 1. Wake up with intention. You know what happens when you wake up without intention. You wake up into a world someone else designed for you. The moment your eyes open, you're pulled into everyone else's urgency. Notifications, news, distractions, all before your feet hit the floor. But when you wake up with purpose, you reclaim your power. You create space for your soul before the world asks for anything. This is your sacred time. Not just to plan, but to align. Here's how I do it. Before I check my phone, I check in with me. I ask myself, what version of me do I choose to be today? I spend 10 minutes visualizing the day unfolding with calm, strength, and clarity. I write 1 sentence in my journal. Today, I will show up as. I say one thing I'm grateful for, even if life feels heavy. This isn't a routine. It's a ritual. A reminder that you're not just reacting to life. You're creating it. And the longer you stick with this habit, the more magnetic you become. Because people can feel it when you live on purpose. There's a fire in your eyes, a calm in your step, a quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, and I know where I'm going. 2. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Let me tell you something most people never realize. The most powerful conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Your inner voice is either your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. And for years, mine was cruel. It echoed voices from my past. It repeated old programming. It told me stories like, you're not ready. You always fail. Who do you think you are? But I decided one day, that voice doesn't get to write my future. So I rewrote the script. I stopped waiting to feel confident and started creating confidence with my words. If I didn't feel strong, I'd say, you've overcome before. You will again. If I felt behind, I'd say, you're right on time. You're building something real. If I felt fear, I'd whisper, fear is not the enemy. Avoidance is. Here's what I learned. You don't become confident and then speak kindly to yourself. You speak kindly to yourself, and that's how you become confident. So try this. Write a love letter to your younger self. Write a letter of encouragement to your future self. Look in the mirror and say one kind thing, even if it feels weird. Because when the world gets loud, you need to be the one voice that's still cheering for you. 3. Keep small promises to yourself. Let's talk about something most people overlook, integrity. Not the kind you show others, but the kind you show yourself. That's what this habit is really about. Every time you say, I will, and follow through, you cast a vote for your future. You tell your subconscious, I'm someone who does what I say. And that identity shift, it's everything. You start walking taller. You stop second-guessing. You move with quiet certainty. Not because life is easy, but because you trust yourself now. Here's the key. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on momentum. One small promise kept each day can do more than a dozen broken resolutions. Try this. Say, Today I will move my body for 10 minutes. Then do it. Say, tonight I'll write down one thing I did well. Then do it. Say, I'll drink 2 glasses of water before coffee. Then do it. Stack these micro-wins. Stack them until your mind expects you to show up, until your nervous system believes you're a person of discipline, not doubt. Eventually, you'll do hard things, not because you have to, but because that's who you are now. 4. Protect your energy, like your life depends on it. Let's go deeper on energy. Energy is not just physical. It's spiritual, emotional, mental. And we leak it in 1,000 ways every day. We leak it by arguing with people who don't want to understand us, by saying yes when we mean no, by worrying about things we can't control, by staying in rooms where we can't breathe. But you can change that. You can create boundaries that are acts of self-respect. You can protect your peace like it's sacred. Because it is. Here's what I did. I stopped checking my phone first thing in the morning. I started having no phone hours in the evening. I politely distanced myself from people who only called to complain, not to grow. I stopped explaining my boundaries and started honoring them. And in that space, I discovered something magical. Peace is not boring. It's power. Solitude is not loneliness. It's clarity. Protecting your energy doesn't make you selfish. It makes you unstoppable. Your energy is the soil your dreams grow in. Protect it. Nourish it. Respect it. 5. Move your body. Change your life. Let's talk more about movement. Not as punishment. Not as a chore. But as a form of communication with your soul. When you move your body, you tell yourself, I'm still alive, I still have power, I still get to choose. You shake off shame, you burn through stagnation, you get out of your head and back into the present. And you don't need a gym, a plan, or perfect form. You need breath, you need intention, you need 10 minutes of being with yourself. Some days I dance with music loud enough to drown out doubt. Some days I walk in silence and let the wind coach me back to life. Some days I stretch with tears in my eyes, releasing what I've carried too long. But every time, I return stronger. And if you do this daily, you'll notice something. You'll stop asking, can I change? And you'll start embodying the change. The deeper truth behind these 5 habits. These aren't just productivity hacks. They're soul habits. Each one is a bridge from who you were to who you are becoming. Because, let's be honest, you're not chasing goals. You're chasing a feeling of alignment, a feeling of peace, a feeling of finally being proud of the life you wake up to. And that doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from 1,000 small ones, from getting up when it's easier to stay down, from speaking truth when silence feels safer, from honoring your future self more than your current comfort. That's what these habits are. Tiny rebellions against your old story, daily proof that you're not who you used to be. Before we close, let me tell you, this no one's coming to save you. But that's not bad news. That's powerful news, because you have the power now to rewrite the story, to rebuild the identity, to reignite the fire. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You're just one decision away from a new direction. So start with one habit, then another. Stack them like bricks, stand on them like a foundation, rise from them like a new creation. And when the voice of doubt returns, as it will, let your habits speak louder than your fear. Because this is not just self-improvement, it's self-liberation. Let's go over it one more time. 1. Wake up with intention. because how you start the day is how you live your life. 2. Speak to yourself with love, because no voice impacts you more than your own. 3. Keep small promises, because confidence is built through consistency, not luck. 4. Protect your energy, because peace is the platform for everything you create. 5. Move your body, because motion is how you remember. You are alive, powerful, and free. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin, right where you are, right now. Your future self is already cheering for you. All you have to do is show up.